What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for a little mini series within a series. The Pentagon challenge is over, but something that was suggested by one of my regular viewers, Balin, shout out you, mate, thank you very much for this idea, is to go back to the teams that I was a manager of during this save and see how they've got on, obviously, since I departed. In these little episodes, we're not going to spend too much time on them, so I appreciate you guys for viewing them. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back and just see how they've got on since I was there, and if they've had any success, how many managers they've had, any significant manager changes, any trophies that they may have won. Let's get into it. We're going to start off back in Uruguay. Let's get over to Central Espanol. So guys, obviously we have our job history here. So these are all the clubs that we are going to run through in this little mini series. Central Espanol, Guarani FC, Santos, the Kaiser Chiefs, Inter Miami, Shanghai Shenhua, and then obviously there's no need to revisit Hertha because we are still technically at Hertha Berlin. So the first club, Central Espanol. This is where the journey started months and months ago. We picked up the job. We were unemployed to start with, and then we picked up the job, and yeah, it was a fantastic little club for us to be a part of at the start. Obviously playing in the Segunda Division Profesional in Uruguay's second, which is Uruguay's second division. Central Espanol, very nice little club. They are based in Uruguay, South American, obviously 2-star reputation at the moment. Founded in 1905, professional status. Finances are okay. Average wage of £208, which is astronomical, right? And then they've got a manager here, Claudio Souza, who very similar to me when I started. Low reputation, but 100% winning record. Claudio Souza, 38 Uruguayan, sort of bounced around a lot of the clubs in Uruguay himself. So when we were manager, let's go on the overview. When we were manager, when did we take over? Let me go all the way back to my job history. So we took over in 2020. So 2020, let's go to overview, and 2020 is here. So as you can see, we won the 2021 Central Espanol. Central Espanol won the Segunda Division Profesional with me as their manager. We kind of stayed a little bit more. We stayed the next season, obviously the top division in Uruguay, the Copa Coca-Cola. We did finish 5th in that one. I will go through and show you the league campaigns after that. But then after that, guys, we left there after that season, and we went to Brazil, and we joined Guarani FC. So the season after we left, they finished 13th in the top flight. And then the way the Uruguayan league is set up is so confusing, guys. So as you can see here, they finished 11th, but still got relegated, and I'll go through that in a split second. Absolutely ridiculous season. Following that relegation, then they were promoted again, finishing 4th in the second division this time. Not as good as we had them. Then they had another season of consolidation, finishing 10th, doing okay, and then they got relegated again, and they've been promoted again. 2032, they were promoted out of the Segunda Division again, and then they got relegated 2 seasons after. So it seems like they have a good promotion season. They go up, they stay there for a season, then they go down again. That's kind of seems to be their trajectory. They cannot hold that long period of time in the top flight of this division. So just out of curiosity, let's go into their managers. Oh my Christ, these guys burn through managers. Let's hide the caretaker managers. So obviously I was the first manager that they had this time round, and obviously I resigned from the role to go to Guarani FC. I was there for 2 years, 161 days, so not too bad. But they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 managers after me, which is just ridiculous. Obviously ending with Claudio Souza, the most recent manager. Manager left the role, so this guy left the role, these two left the role, Victor Asperot, Juventud, and then Albion, so he's stayed in Uruguay. And this dude, I don't even know where this club is, Uruguayan Intermediate Group B, so they're in the top flight of Uruguayan football. So 3 managers have left out of the 11. 1 is still employed, and then the rest have been sacked after various periods of time. So we had a 57% win rate at not Guarani, at Central Espanol, and we won the Segunda Division, which is pretty good. 1 league win, 1 promotion. It's pretty good. 34 wins, 11 draws, and 14 games lost, which is not too shabby at all. So we've got that 57%. Has anyone matched us? 30%, not great. 38%, 28%, 29%, 27%. 40%, that's not too bad. Then we've got 29% again, 27%, and they won the Segunda Division. So this guy's got the same record as me, got the same amount of promotions as me. But with a 27% win ratio, he must have been in control after they got relegated. I mean, he was there 2.5 years. 22%, ouch. 33%, and then this dude. Fair play to Claudio Sosa, 100% win ratio with 100% just after 2 games. So it's crazy to see what has happened to some of these teams. As you can see, they're currently 5th in this 2nd division. They've got one of the top goal scorers in the league as well. He looks not too bad, actually. 24 years of age. He looks unhappy, wants to leave the club, but from what I can see, obviously we've still got the player attribute masking on from the Pentagon. We are still technically Hertha Berlin manager. This actually looks like a decent striker, especially for that division. Also got a guy with the highest average rating as well. Decent little goalkeeper, Gonzalo Romero. Not that he'd get into the Hertha team, obviously, you know, current Champions League holders, but a nice little team nonetheless. So in terms of the stages, then we are going to go back and I'm going to show you the season that we got promoted with. So 22 games played, 15 games won, 6 draws, and just the 1 loss away to the team. At home to the team that finished 3rd. Not a great one all the way around. Obviously, 51 goals scored, 19 against. Pretty good season for Central Espanol. And then obviously we went and got promoted the following year. So let's have a look at the overall table. And then 2022. So as you can see, we finished 5th here. And this is what I mean about the relegation zone in Uruguay. You actually get relegated on points per game in this division, which is ludicrous. So as you can see, we finished in 5th. We did okay, 62 points, not too bad. And the season's also done in a couple of stages. But as you can see, the team that finished in 11th and 12th both got relegated, which in actuality is just ridiculous. So can I see? So basically it's done in stages. So as you can see, Villa Teresa having a great opening stage in that season. We did okay in 7th in the opening stage. In the Intermedio, all groups, what did we do? We were in the group with Boston River, Juventus and Liverpool FC. We did okay there. Again, picking up victories as you kind of would expect. And then in the closing stage, we were up into 4th, which is not too shabby at all. So all in all, we actually had a very good season. But then after that, it doesn't look like anything has happened with Central Espanol, which is sad. Into the rules. This is kind of what I mean about what happens. So the opening stage is kind of by the by. And then you have the intermediate groups, then you have the closing stage, and you've got that overall table. But the one I can't seem to show you is basically what happens. I'm trying to find the rules for promotions and relegations. Financial rules, eligibility, points for a win, match rules, league scoring rules. Average, here you go. The bottom 3 teams from the average points table are relegated, which makes no sense. And why can I not see that average points table? So frustrating. Average points 14th place. So that is the playoff for last position. But unless I'm being completely blind, I cannot see. But basically you have an average points per game. So obviously drawing games is very bad in this division. Winning, you get rewarded for winning, basically. So you go out there and you try and win regardless. This season we finished 37 points, 37 games played, 19 wins, 5 draws, and then 13 losses, which isn't too bad overall. I was quite happy with it. Was there any standout results in that season? Let's have a look. 2022. Oh, there are some ropey results here. Wow. Some interesting players in here. Nicholas Alaya, he's retired. As you can see, though, getting off to a really bad start, a couple losses in a row. But as I said, this is where you're rewarded for actually trying to win games. So picking up those 3 points there is actually more beneficial than me drawing 2 of these games. So is what it is. We got a nice little run going eventually towards the end of the closing stage, which is nice. Intermedio group, kind of relatively straightforward. Jonathan Dos Santos, he was a good player for us. Was able to score a decent amount of goals. Apologies, my girlfriend is texting me as well. I keep looking down to my left. He was quite good, but where is the guy? Where is the Donny? The one that Juninho Roca, here it is. This guy was an absolute legend. If you watched the save back in the day, earlier this year, last year, he was absolute fantastic on the left hand side. Brazilian winger, he's exactly all you wanted. Juninho Roca, unbelievable player. And this is such nostalgia for me just watching this back. Obviously we finished where we finished, and then we moved on to Brazil, which is what we will cover in the next episode. We will go over to Guarani and I'll show you what happened in Brazil after leaving Central Espanol. This has been a little bit of a walk down memory lane for me. Obviously, we got Manager of the Year in the Segunda Division, winning the league, obviously, and there is that Segunda Division Professional, and then finishing 5th in the top league in Uruguay before moving over to Brazil. But that's where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. It's been a very interesting one for me, going back all the way to the start of the save and finding that first job, that first club that really took a chance with me, and seeing how things got on with them. As I said, it's been a massive walk down memory lane. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you guys are as well. Let me know down in the comments if you are sort of enjoying this sort of review stage that we're going through, because Guarani FC is going to be up next. But that's it for today's video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and don't forget to ring that bell so you're told each and every time that we upload a video on the channel. We have a very exciting series coming soon. I'm not going to spoil it, but you're going to want to know about it. But until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on another one very soon.